Hello, and welcome to episode 18 of Logo Files. Now, I'm not going to do my usual humble host intro this time, because we have hit an important milestone in this series.
Yeah, I can't believe it's all over.
Yeah. As what you are watching right now is a very important episode. This is the last episode of the series. We have finally made it to the end of our first season.
I really can't believe this is it.
I know. It's been 5 whole months since I started this, but we'll save the stuff for the end. So, let's get on with our final logo. The one and only Eurovision Network.
Hey, do you think I could do it this time?
Oh, go on then.
Okay, so, what do we see with this logoed animation? Well, on a blue background, we see some white shapes flying and zooming in and out as the camera slowly turns. As the background changes from red back to blue, a circle, that's a really, really big circle, turns, flips, and forms the O of the word Eurovision. The other letters fly out, and the logo is complete.
So as we all know, this logo comes in front of every year's broadcast of the Eurovision Song Contest. And in the technical business term, it is known as the Eurovision signal.
The Eurovision signal? What does that mean?
Well, let's head over to our digi-screen to find out.
Ooh, now this is futuristic.
Anyway, let me show you what I mean by its name of the Eurovision signal. So every broadcaster in the so-called Eurovision network plays this ident at exactly the same time to note that all the broadcasters are coming together to form the Eurovision network and thus broadcast this one particular program.
Oh, now I get it. So they all show the same ident.
I think you've got it. Okay, prepare yourself now. We're on to the music, and there's a lot to cover. So here's a question for you, Buzzley. Do you know when the Eurovision theme tune was composed?
1956?
Wrong. It was composed much earlier than that.
Well, when was it composed?
Well, the Te Deum Prelude, as it's more recognisably known, was originally composed in 1826.
So, how does Eurovision enter the story?
Well, the story goes like this. In 1953, French musicologist Carl Dionys discovered this iconic piece of music and sent it to the European Broadcasting Union, which then, in 1954, created the Eurovision television network and thus decided to choose that bit of music, or specifically the part with the La Marche Rondeau, as its theme tune.
Wow. So, for just one theme tune, it has a lot of history.
It certainly does. Oh, and speaking of history, let's move on to the penultimate segment. How long was this intro used? Let's find out.
So, yeah, when was this logo introduced?
Well, we actually have some concrete evidence.
Oh, thank goodness.
So, the current Eurovision logo was designed way back in 2012 by the design group Dunning-Penny-Jones, or DPJ. Now, even though it was, designed in 2012, it didn't get its full introduction until Eurovision of 2013.
So, let me get this right. The logo was designed in 2012, but it didn't debut until 1 year later?
Precisely. And as of 2022, nearly 10 years later, it's still being used. Yeah, still being used after 10 years. And there you have it. A little in-depth look at the current logo being used for the Eurovision network.
So, what are our thoughts about it?
Well, for me, I just hope it's going to be used for many more years.
And I totally agree. This logo is just amazing at what it does. So let's hope the EBU still uses this logo well into the future.
And so, that brings us to the end of this week's episode. But also, I know me and Buzzley would not break out into tears, but unfortunately, this is also the end of our first series.
I just can't believe we have come to the end.
I know. But it's like the old saying goes, all good things must come to an end.
But we have had a bit of fun. Fun that we may never forget.
And we thank every single one of you for watching over the past 5 months.
But don't be sad, because on Friday, the 15th of April, 2022, we'll be back.
That's right, as on Good Friday, me and Buzzley will return for the Logo Files Season 2.
With 18 brand new logos.
And a whole new look.
So make sure you don't miss it.
But now, that really is it. The first season of the Logo Files is complete.
So, make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
And make sure you watch the playlist.
So, until we return on the 15th of April.
This case.
And the first season.
Are
Closed.
We'll see you